The Bible tells us in 1 Kings chapter 18 verse 46, "Then the hand of the Lord came upon Elijah, and he girded up his loins and ran ahead of Ahab to the entrance of Israel." Let's break that down. The hand of the Lord came upon Elijah. This wasn't just a second wind or a sudden burst of adrenaline. This was a direct, supernatural infusion of divine strength. God himself empowered his prophet for the journey ahead. Elijah girded up his loins, which means he tucked his long, flowing robes into his belt. This was the ancient way of getting ready for action, for running, for fighting, for work. It's a posture of readiness and determination. And then, he ran. He didn't just jog, he ran. And he didn't just run alongside Ahab's chariot, he ran ahead of it. Imagine the sight. A man on foot, powered by God, outstripping a team of galloping horses pulling the king's chariot. This wasn't a short sprint. This was a long-distance race of about 20 miles, through a developing storm. The thunder is clapping, the rain is pouring down, the path is probably turning to mud, and there's Elijah, flying past the royal convoy. The soldiers, and the king himself must have watched in utter astonishment. This was a miracle just as stunning as the fire from heaven. The man who commanded the skies to open was now defying the limits of human endurance. Why did this happen? Why did God have Elijah run ahead of Ahab? This wasn't just for show. It was a powerful statement. First, it was a final, personal demonstration of God's power to King Ahab. Ahab had just seen God defeat Baal, and now he was seeing God's servant perform a feat of superhuman speed. There could be no doubt in his mind about who was truly in control. It showed that the God who controls the elements also controls the physical abilities of his people. Second, it authenticated Elijah's message. By arriving in Israel ahead of the king, Elijah was established not as some wild man from the mountains, but as a true prophet whose words and actions were backed by divine authority. He wasn't just a messenger, he was part of the message itself. His dramatic arrival would have been the talk of the entire city, ensuring that everyone knew what had happened on Mount Carmel, and that the drought had ended because of his prayers to the one true God. And third, it shows us something beautiful about God's provision.